I don't know why, but 3 times he puked so far.
Oh my God.
Three
That's normal.
times. And it's always been on me.
Oh,
So the first time it was just a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Oh
really
my
feel it's
God.
a test. He's testing, And the second time, like it was all over, like my shoulder and my back.
Oi.
And at like 3:30 in the morning. And then yesterday, my wife and my mother-in-law, they went shopping, so I was taking care of them. And just before they arrived, they knocked the door, or like they opened the door, and he puked all over his face, like it was like in his nose and his ears. It was all over me. Like you're thinking about like about 200 ml of milk all over. And I was just like, and I'm like, are you okay? So yeah, I really think it's a lesson for me, right? See how we react it. No.
Yeah, if that's the worst you've got to do.
No, exactly, right? Exactly. I was just like, whoa.
The good smell, the wonderful smell of that.
Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, he doesn't just need a shower too. I do need a shower too. Yeah. But yeah, it's just clean it up, right? It's just but yeah, other than that, like he's been doing good. Yeah. We went to see the doctor, and then she said like he smiled a lot more than like the average baby. So yeah, even though he puked on himself and stuff, and then like 2 minutes after he was laughing, enjoying himself, getting cleaned up. I think it's because we didn't make it a big deal about it, right?
Felt better.
Yeah, and for me, like I'm just enjoying my time right now, just sun gazing, getting the energy from the sun, the wisdom, recharge.
Rejuvenate is where I've been sitting ever since the cold shower zinger. Rejuvenation. That's my word today. Rejuvenate.
I love that. Mine's replenish. Replenish. Yeah.
Morning, Craig.
Good morning.
Morning, Craig.
Morning, Pascal.
Good morning, Craig.
Oh, Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Yeah. You missed out on Pascal's whole description about Kai taking in milk and puking it out 3 times on him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you can maybe resonate with that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, he initiate me.
That happens, right?
If you're the one that's doing the burp and you're the one that gets the puke.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Those are precious moments.
It's funny. It's
People.
funny. My wife and my mother-in-law, she was like, "You never puked on us, like never." And I'm like, every time I take the baby, he's like,
What's your
"Burp,
point?
burp," right?
Yeah.
So they don't burp him much. So every time
Yeah.
I have to pick him up, I'm like, "Burp, burp."
Yep. Yep.
So yeah.
No, those are. I'm serious. Those are precious moments, really.
Yeah, yesterday I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life, for sure.
Yeah. Well. Yep.
Yeah, those moments of what the, yeah, you'll remember them.
Yeah.
Or the ones
Oh.
when it comes out the other end and just doesn't seem to want to stop.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, this is getting really now. Quite
Oh,
graphic.
yeah.
I mean, they're serious.
Now
They
we're
happen.
getting graphic.
Well,
2
no, but
a.m.
they
2
they
a.m.
Now
happen.
we don't
That's
even have
part
to
of the
be there.
deal.
We're all going through it now. We're all going through it, Pascal. We're all
That's
feeling
right.
it. We're all seeing that in multiple ways.
Oh,
Oh, it's
man.
so fun. Yeah. So
That
Jesse,
was
your word, you,
Valentine's Day. That was Valentine's Day for me.
oh, hell,
Mm.
oh, no, no. That's a form of love.
Exactly.
That's a form of love. Oh, God almighty.
I guess I'm
Dustin.
up. Right, it's my turn.
Oh, no, that's so much fun.
Couldn't hold the love inside. Eh?
Oh, no, it just had to ooze out. Oh.
And then it was like the sweetheart, like just and he's
Lo-
little and he's trying to clean it up. Oh no.
Oh, God. No, yes. So my word for the day, I think if Jesse can just repeat his word for the day, because I said it straight after you, because it was just, it was what?
Rejuvenates, just to rejuvenate. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
mine,
wow.
and mine's replenish. Did anyone hear that? Replenish. So it's R, R, R. Follow with the R's. That's cool. Replenish is mine. Replenish. Rejuvenate. I love that. So powerful.
Yeah.
Can you feel that? I feel it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Replenish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rejuvenate. Beautiful. What's your word for the day, Pascal? If I
I
may
don't have
ask.
one yet.
Oh, that's cool. Craig, you next. Seeing you on board.
Yeah.
What's your word for the day? I'm interested to know.
Yeah, I'm interested too.
Yes. I am. I'm just curious.
Yeah, there isn't one that's emerged actually, but replenish and rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is
Isn't it?
interesting because I remember
Yeah.
writing that one yesterday.
Oh, it's so powerful. That's been literally mindful. I don't know for how long. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
I've been with that word for weeks. I'm serious, like days, even days, like yesterday, day before yesterday. It's just, yeah. Replenish. It's wow. Yeah. I just followed through with, no, rejuvenate, sorry. Rejuvenate is Jesse. I'm replenished. And then I just felt like to say that after that. I'm just going through something. Don't bother me. Just like, yeah, following through. Yeah. With the word, of the day. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, the miracles keep happening.
Thank you.
It's like,
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, rejuvenate.
Mm.
That's actually,
Mm.
that actually has its roots in French.
Mm.
What's a juvie in French, Pascal?
The what?
Juvie. Is
The
there such a
juvie?
word?
Yeah, that's not a word.
Juvenile. Juvenile means
No.
what in French?
Why are we saying
Juvenile?
Yeah, what does juvenile mean in French?
Juvenile. Oh my goodness.
Um,
Juvenile. Juvenile delinquent?
juvenile. It's like, I think like
Yeah.
it's like
Juvenile.
they'll use it for like, I think juvenile prison stuff like that.
Yeah,
right? So
juvenile
right.
delinquent.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like these two youths. If you ever saw
Right.
My Cousin Vinny, it's youthfulness. Rejuvenate is to return your youthfulness.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
That's what the word means. And it's juve. Juve is the same word as juvenile. It's the same. So to rejuvenate is to make a juvenile out of you again.
Are you sure about this?
Return to childhood. Yeah, that's what that's what the word means. Yeah.
That's cool because like there's
that is cool.
Get your
I
youthful
like
energy
that.
back. Yeah.
There's red light panel.
Yes.
The company is called Juve, and I didn't know
Wow.
why they choose that.
Wow, that's good. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look what we've come up with just with one word. Yeah, and you talk about words are powerful, huh? They speak volumes. Look what you just come up with now. That's amazing.
Well, that's why it's so interesting. These words
Very.
come up for us. It's like,
whoa, isn't it? Like the meaning of behind the word, right? If we could just listen to the meaning behind other people's words. Because a lot of times we misunderstand people's words because we're assuming. Right?
Let's look at replenish.
Yes, please.
Replenish
yes, please. Yes, please.
Plan.
Yes, plan.
The same word as plenty.
Of plenty.
Yeah.
Come on now,
so replenish.
Craig.
So
come on.
Replenish means refill or yeah. Get another tank of gas. Another full tank of gas. This is a good word for it. I'm going to replenish my tank.
Replenish my tank. You know, I just love that because replenish, why I also say that, because it is what that is. Because I said to my sister yesterday, and both of them, the younger one, the second oldest one, because the second eldest is very concerned. There's a lot of things happening. And I said, you know what? Just like, and I say biblically, the 2 fishes and 5 loaves, Jesus gave thanks and then he broke it. Yep. And when he broke it, he fed, out of those 2 fishes and 5 loaves, he fed 5,000. And there was 12 baskets left over. So what you think you can give whatever you can. It doesn't have to be financially. Anything that you give with a good intention of a good heart, that you allow God to speak through you, he will multiply it. He will refill it. It is not you that is doing the actual, it is you that is actually being in service and allowing God to use you as
The story
the
goes,
avatar or whatever you want to call ourselves now.
well, yeah,
Because that is what it is happening. This is what's happening.
It's kind of like we're God's playing piece.
Yeah, we are avatars. We're just
On
avatars.
this.
I called myself, I know now who I am as an avatar. It's actually quite interesting. And that's what made me realize that this is where there's no need to humble. There's no need to think anything of ego. There's no need to think, oh, I'm this or I'm that, or I should know this or should be that. It is just allowing in this every moment, allowing. And it's a lot of, it is a game. It becomes very funny. It becomes interesting. Even if a child pukes on you, you go, okay.
I like it.
You like it. It's really, there's no meaning to anything. It's just that if you do want to have understanding, I think it's so important to be able to verbalize it, communicate it, because that's the secret.
But
you know,
there's a lot more in there that you
Tell me.
miss if you
Tell
talk too
me.
much.
Yeah, but I'm talking because I'm trying to also
I know,
catch up with all the
story
sessions
goes,
that I have missed out. So you need to hear my voice, even if you don't like it.
I know, but you need to hear your voice too.
Amen, and that's what I'm hearing. Thank you for confirming.
The story goes that Jesus was kind of in a trance. He was in that gratitude trance. And it says, the story goes like he kept his eyes looking upwards toward heaven, which is kind of a very interesting thing. I'm taking a course this weekend. I'm going to be certified as a hypnotherapist.
Very interesting, nice.
And one of the things to get into innocence, it's about having a really there's one technique that kind of gets you into the space. It gives you a really, really broad view, like complete peripheral vision. You can see completely around. So it's a form of loose focus, which is something we've talked about in this group a few times too. But the interesting thing is the way to get into the state is to hold your chin and your head kind of straight, like as if you're looking out at the horizon. You hold your head steady, and then what you do is you turn your eyes upward, just your eyes, not your head, just your eyes upward, and then you take your fingers and move them out to the sides, out to the peripheral of your vision, and see the whole panorama of everything in front of you without focusing on a single point. So what you're doing is you're seeing everything at once. You're seeing as much as you possibly can at once. Okay? Now the story in the Bible goes like this: that Jesus, while he was breaking the bread, kept
giving thanks
upwards and giving thanks, kept looking upwards like that.
That's
exactly
right.
Like that. And he was in a trance, and he just kept breaking it. He just kept tearing it apart. He wasn't concentrating on what he was doing. Is kind of what the story says. He wasn't concentrating on what he was doing, but he was concentrating on manifesting, enough food to feed everybody.
And doing the impossible.
Doing what would have been considered impossible, exactly.
Totally impossible in the reality of what was, because even his disciples came and said, how are you going to feed these people? They're all scattered and they're hungry. And that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm just saying in general. Like you think, how
the
are you
rest
going to
of the
do
rest of the story
something.
goes like, yeah, the rest of the story is like this. It doesn't matter how you do it. But the thing is, he demonstrated how to do it. And then there was another time when there was another bunch of people around, and he asks Philip, he says, okay, Philip, I showed you how to do this. What are you going to do? So he handed off the ball, so to speak. And that other time, Philip didn't do it, but Jesus did it. But the whole inference around this thing is anything that I'm doing, you can do. I'm demonstrating.
Yeah,
there's it. Demonstrated how it's done, and you could do it. And a couple days ago, we talked about there was 2 people that walked on the water that day. There was Jesus, but there was somebody else. And even if you believe that Jesus was divine and had these powers that nobody else had, it was still other people that did this stuff. Peter walked on the water that day. And Peter was just a regular Joe like you and me. So you can't say that, no, that's not possible for us.
Yeah.
And Jesus himself said that. He said, you're going to do greater works than you saw me do.
Amen. There's it. That's right. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That was awesome. Well explained, beautifully.
There's always more to the story.
There's always more, yeah. But we got it. I got it. I think that's what matters, when somebody just got it. Thank you.
How I can listen for it, and people's eyes roll up. So a lot of times it's like, oh, that's information coming from a different place. So when we're looking up.
Yeah, I'm having an ongoing communication with a guy who I met on Instagram. He's a neurodiverse person. I think he's autistic, and he came up with this post a few days ago where the average life expectancy of a neurodiverse person is something like 55 years old or something like that. And I've been having this ongoing messaging conversation back and forth with him. And he said, and I throw out a few things, and he says, where are you getting this stuff? And I'm going, the same place you would get it if you knew how to pay attention. It's kind of like, but I wasn't that terse about it. But it's true. Like, we don't realize what we have, and it's easy to get. It's easy to get caught up in the whole thing about that I'm different and that I can't fit in, and that this causes early death, and and all this kind of stuff. Like I told him, one of the first communications I had with him, I said, yeah, okay, so I'm about almost 10 years past that average age of death for these people, and I'm one of us. And so, and I said, I'm starting to feel in my physiology that I'm actually getting younger now. And he's going, oh my word. He said, that resonated with me. He says, where are you getting this from? I'm going, keep talking to me, bud. There's more. There's lots more.
Beautiful. So beautiful. I love it. I'm playing music for you.
Yeah.
I
I think you and I talked about this before too, Nikki. You know, like these are like people that have autism or they have a deficit disorder of some kind, ADHD or ADD or something like that. And the sad thing is these people are being drugged up. And they're people that do the kind of stuff that we do every morning in this group. These people do that, like they live like this automatically, but they can't find a place to express it. They can't find a place to interact with people.
Don't have a tribe. It's have a way to belong.
Well, they've been forced into situations that they can't navigate. You know, some of them are nonverbal, like completely nonverbal. They can't speak, but they're geniuses.
Is to belong, is to a tribe, live in a tribe, place to thrive.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of a better word for it. What we want to use. It's saying there is an intention. It's the intention, the thinking of good, the thinking of if I intend it, it will happen. Not because I know how or figure a plan a way for it. It's the intention first.
Yeah. It's because I can see it. I can see it already. I can see it before it's in any kind of form.
Just like
I can see it while it's still potential.
And if people haven't experienced that, they won't be open to it. Just like this morning, when Nikki shared the cold shower, it's like because I've done it, I can recall that feeling. It jolted through me. So it's in the experience, the engaging. That's how we get it. That's where it comes from. Not sitting on the sidelines, not sitting in the stands, being a fan, saying, oh, I bet it's like this, or I imagine it like that. Or I can't do that. When all you have to say is I could.
Boom.
It's the shifting of the words.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
That is rejuvenation.
Oh,
That is replenishment.
yes. I feel that right in my body.
It's
Through
also
every
hearing.
cell in my body, Jesse. I feel that so that it's like, what? It's a gift. It's a gift.
Superpower.
Superpower.
Take the time to hear the deep meaning. You know?
Jeez,
That's why
thank you.
I pull those words apart. It's like it's like tearing apart the fish and the loaves. It's the same thing. You tear the words apart, and all of a sudden, oh wow, there's nourishment in there. There's a lot more to this than just the word.
Mm.
You quench your thirst. You won't be thirsty.
Yeah.
It's
There's
beautiful.
There's an energy in it.
It's
There's
so
meaning
beautiful. Yeah, it's really, really powerful. And literally, like, I wrote in the chat box, the beautiful about love, you see, is that death needs not to stop life. If you carry someone in your heart, you can take them with you anywhere you like. And that goes for anything and anyone.
Oh wow. Death needs nonstop life.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you, Nikki?
It means so much right now. But you told me I'm talking too much, so I'm pacing.
I'm asking
I'm pacing my words now because I don't want to speak too much. So I'll just let you ponder on that for yourself.
Death needs nonstop life. Oh, that's my word. That's my word. Recycling. Recycling death and life.
Oh, that's also with an R.
Yes.
We got 3 R's.
Yeah, recycling. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
That's wonderful.
Death needs nonstop life.
Mm.
My life has been a series of death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Kind of goes over and over and over again. Death and rebirth. I'm not scared of death because I died already. So it's like, so I can go there. I can do that because I know it's not going to kill me. I'll just be sent back.
Recycle, rebirth, recycle, rebirth.
Yeah, no offense, but I think we all been there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of there's a lot of reconciliation around that. There's another R word for you, but there's a lot of reconciliation around that. It's kind of like part of our mission here on Earth is to reconcile energies, to bring energies into a balanced and harmonic state. To reconcile energies with each other. Homeostasis. There you go. Yeah. And it's been a really important part of my life to do that. To reconcile things, to recycle death, to give death life. Bring life in. I've spent an awful lot of my life dying. And enough of it's been reconciled that I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to live like that anymore. live on the replenished life side instead of trying to survive death.
But if you do, if that is very true, because you know, as biblically as I say, you choose life or death, and I pray that I choose life. This is something that is a question you ask yourself every day. You know, what are you choosing here, life or death? Because we're going to face both every single day.
Yes.
And that's when that's the choices of choosing, and that's where our choices become who we are, but what we're focusing on.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it full out.
Yeah, do it full out. That's what I'm saying.
All in. All
Yeah.
in.
All in.
Engage.
Yes. Engage. That's another word. I love that word. I mean, yeah, all in. And that's the real opportunity that we get to have when you think about it. And only we can do it. So I love that. Yeah. Like, what are you going to engage? Like, what do you really want to put yourself into? Like chaos and despair and discouraged? Or do you want to be encouraged and uplifted and say, I got your back? I know what team I want to be on.
They both take time. They're both,
They
it's
do,
in the
hey?
same amount of time. It's just which one do you want?
Yep. Yes, Jesse. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesse.
Here's what's coming to me right now. Am I going to allow life? Am I going to allow life to take over? Am I going to allow life to take over the death cycle? Am I going to choose life? Actually choose it from the depths of my being. I'm going to choose life.
Or just live.
Yeah, because there's a difference between the two.
Or fear death. That's life. That's a way of living too.
Yeah. But there's also an identifying with death as well. Okay, when people consider their age, it's kind of in light of, okay, what does a 60-year-old look like? And the question is, do I agree with that or not? So when I say I feel like I'm getting younger, it's like I don't want to identify with what a 60-year-old should look like. I don't want to identify with that. I don't want to live like that. I want to be rejuvenated. I want to be re-youthful-ated. I want to identify with the youth truth of me.
You use the words for context to create tension.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the opposite of living is death. The other side of death is living. And so we use those as the difference, the tension, the in between. It creates this purpose.
Yeah. So I want to be youthful.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
then all of
desired
that.
reality.
And then you start looking for ways to do it, to be it.
Yeah.
And your body organizes, reorganizes. There's another R. Our body reorganizes around those intentions.
Yeah. Because your body knows how.
Yeah. You just got to give it permission.
Body knows how to be 30 and hold it.
Live death and how to live life. And live life.
Instead of the other way around. The other way around is be gradually dying like everybody else around you and agreeing to that. We're talking about gradually rejuvenation is about gradually getting more and more youthful and agreeing to that. Like be 30 and hold it there.
Wouldn't that be what most people would want?
You kind of think so. Maybe as a group, we don't think it's possible even. The potential is there. All the raw resources required to keep us 30-ish for as long as we want to are there. They're built into our physiology and our DNA. I mean, it's all there. You know, you got a body that heals itself. It has an autoimmune system, for heaven's sakes.
Nikki, do you feel you can contribute equally? Maybe. I think that question was in my. The question was buzzing me. There's space. It's just good awareness for us all. Equal. Genius. Or yes. So intentions are yes and for living.
Yeah, you're the one that wrote that in the chat, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. It keeps getting bigger.
Oh, good. Good. Forgot about that. So that was just a big reset button, wasn't that was?
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah. Yeah, generally people don't like talking about life and death. But here we are.
And I agree. It's sad because I don't think people are living in this space and the opportunity we have. We aren't living. I wasn't living. I wasn't appreciating, as Nikki said this morning, appreciating the clean air, being able to go outside, and appreciating the moments of life. And I wasn't, really never focused on the death, but I wasn't living like that. Just too worried about succeeding and successful, achieving.
Yeah. Allowing achievement to replace living. Displace living.
Mm.
With adrenaline. The overachievement addiction. Looks like life. Is it?
It was a structure.
Yeah.
Structure. Seeing structure allowed to see other structures that could be.
A structure whose end is death. And you don't realize that until you experience it as death. I can say that because I've experienced it as death. Literally. How many people on the planet are caught up in the impression of the oppression of that one?
For sure.
Yeah. I got to a place of complete depletion and had no choice but to replenish. That was the only option. Stop and replenish. Can't drive on fumes forever. Just can't. It's a wonder that pattern lasted as long as it did. My experience anyway. 48 years.
Mhm. 48 years, right? And then in a wrong structure.
Yeah.
Driving a wrong structure.
Yeah.
Choosing without knowing it was the choice.
That's what it took to find out that it was the wrong structure for me. To find out that it was a death structure, a structure that led to death. Yeah.
Giving our power away. Something out there was causing it, triggering it.
Yeah, not managing my own energy and all that kind of stuff. But I wasn't aware of any of that stuff, like consciously aware. I am now. Which is why I'm really focused on recovery and rejuvenation and replenishing and all that kind of stuff. And, preparing my whole energy being to be able to express itself when the time is right. There's actually unlimited.
Oh, wow.
Potential.
Beautiful, Jess.
Unlimited energy.
Oh my God. Look at that.
But I can't hold it all at once.
That's gorgeous, Jesse.
It's quite the view. Real nice this morning.
Wow. I feel like I need to show you my view. It's so beautiful,
cool.
if not equally beautiful. You want to see my view? Because you're inspiring me.
Yes,
I
let's
love
see
the
it.
palm trees.
Southern California.
Pool. I like the pool.
Yeah, a little courtyard. There's 3 different pool sets here. That was just the front
Cool.
courtyard.
Is that a public park or something, or is that your yard?
That's a hotel.
Oh, it's a
Mm.
hotel. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Living like a king, I tell you. King of the castle. There we go.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at it. Hey, hi.
Do you show yours? Give me a second, Nikki. Let me take this off.
Hmm?
Let me highlight you so we can see your view.
Oh yeah, you want to see my view?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the view. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That's my view. Peace out. Let's go. Yeah.
There it is. The sun's out, guns out.
Oh, the son of Craig is also showing his view, my dear. But my view, I'm going to show you. My view is there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Oh,
the
heck
lady.
yeah.
There. Can you see her?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And the sun has just come out. Like it's just come out beautiful. This is like the best time. So, and then I have my trees and all that. Yeah. And then I have that. Yep.
That's the
So
West
it's
River, right,
beautiful.
Nikki?
Yes, Craig.
Awesome.
Thank you, Craig. Just like you. Awesome. You can see that, right?
Streams of living water
Yeah.
gushing out from inside of you.
Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing.
Yeah.
We can all thank, like Pascal says, thank yourself.
Yeah.
Pascal's word for that is thank yourself. Well, Pascal, I've been doing that every day. I've been thanking me. Pascal. I don't know if you heard me. Thank myself.
Yeah, he's probably preoccupied.
Yeah, that's okay.
Something. Yeah, but he's listening.
He's driving also.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to get my coffee, my morning coffee. So.
Yeah, and I'm going to start my workout, guys. So
fantastic.
Thank you so much. Much love.
Much love.
You know, I heard you guys. I heard you guys.
Yeah, you heard us. Woohoo!
Just yeah, this truck is loud again. It's like, you know, and I think Jesse mute me, and then that's much better for your ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
But
I'm heading now out to do a little workout before my day begins.
nice.
It has begun, but only after my workout. So, and speaking to you guys. So much love, hey?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Nikki.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Big love.
Kisses. I gave 3 kisses.
Great. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Received. Over and out.
Over and out.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
How can I practice that? you do it so well.
Au
I'm gonna learn.
revoir.
I'm gonna do it next time properly.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, cheers.
Oh, wow. You know, rejuvenate. Jeune in French.
Jeune. Yeah.
Jeune, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the same root word the French use for game. Jeu.
Jeu. Yeah.
Jeu. Yeah. Yeah. Same word, rejuvenate. Regamify.
The game of life.
Regamify yourself.
Yeah, I have to choose re-energize for my word today.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an energy. It's like I'm trying to see everything just as energy, not as solid mass.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, like well, you probably remember, like you guys are older than me, but you know, like these old TV, the tube TV.
Yep.
And you could see all the little pixels.
Yep.
Little, you would say like little atoms, and
yep.
all of them create the image.
Yep.
Right. So that's how I kind of see, like I guess mass. I see it as tons of little pixels.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, you look closely at it, you get right up to the TV screen and you can see the red, green, and blue dots. Red, green, and blue pixels, eh?
Yeah, they're showing it right in our face, but we don't see it.
Right. You get back far enough and they all blend.
Yeah.
All interact with each other. It's because your sight isn't that precise.
Yep.
Distance.
Yep.
Thing is, if you're up really, really close, you can't see the whole picture. You can't even see that it is a picture. All it is red, green, and blue dots when you're up really, really close. As you step back, you see that first you see that it's a picture, and then you step back farther and you can see the whole picture. Oh, wow. Yeah. Your vantage point or your point of view shows you a different picture, shows you a different form. The true form isn't the red, green, and blue dots. The true form is the picture.
Same thing, like I'm looking at a stucco house right now, and from far away it just looks like just plain color, but as you get closer and closer, then you see all these dots.
Yep.
So I guess I feel like the closer you are from the thing you're looking at, yeah, it's like a microscope, right?
Yeah.
using your eyes as a microscope.
And that's where science is going right now. They're exploring the pixels, exploring the red, green, and blue dots right now, and finding out that there's more and more and more to them. Deep seeing.
It's like working the book, The Art of Living. And it's the chapter is signlessness. Signlessness, and it's about what are we seeing as signs? What are the signs that we see? And then the meaning we attach to them. So it's like, we see that, we're so familiar with seeing it that we skip through really seeing it.
Yeah.
Such as if we see snow, it's like we can forget that every snowflake is unique and different.
Correct.
I'm just looking at this sign, and it says something I've read before, but all of the crafting of it is different, right? The uniqueness that wrote it. The unique handwriting.
Yeah. And the unique creator behind it.
Man, like as we come, it's like, do we choose to connect with other humans or disconnect? Withdraw.
Withdraw or participate.
Yes. In life, with other humanity, with the whole point in the background as I listened to that podcast with Mo. And wow, how eye-opening was that?
Yeah.
One, not even seeing the whole, yet two, looking at the whole with different eyes, different perspectives. In reality, how beautiful it all is.
Yeah. The more precise you get, the more that you realize that it's all repeating patterns.
Mhm. Just one breath in, one breath out. Oh, Pascal, one breath in, one breath out.
Yeah.
What's in between the breaths?
Pause.
Homeostasis.
There's so much space in between when you make it.
Yep.
Morning,
Good
hi.
morning. Good morning, Allison.
Morning, Allison.
Hi, Jace. How are you?
Morning.
Hi, Pascal.
Oh, we're good. We're rejuvenated, replenished, recycled, rebirthed, reconciled.
Mm.
The space in
Re-energized.
between, re-energized.
Re-energized.
Yeah. The space between life and death. Those are just a few things we've elaborated on this morning.
Mm.
And we know there's no death because
Mhm.
Craig, he experienced literally that he was dead. So, and he's still here.
Cat came back.
That little bugger.
Yep.
Didn't want to stay there. Eh?
And
Well, we're
we know
glad
that
to
there
have you
is,
back.
we know that there is death because there's life.
Correct. The two are part of the one spectrum.
Yep. We just can't understand what's on that other side yet.
Unless you've been there.
Right? Which I haven't, that I know of, and so then my experience couldn't inform me.
Yeah, we don't
Like the
remember.
cold shower. Like the cold shower. Nikki shared the cold shower this morning, and as soon as she said it, rejuvenation shot through my bones, and I said, yes, I know that feeling. I know how it instantly rejuvenates me. But if I hadn't done it, if I don't do it, then I'm full of bullshit. And then I would tell her she was full of bullshit because that doesn't happen, right? Who would want to take a cold shower?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's exactly what I told Pascal the first time he told me. I said, you're nuts. So thank you for, we were just talking about somewhat, I brought it into existence, the Mo's interview that you shared with me yesterday.
Mm. Isn't it great?
Yeah, it sure was.
Did you post that in Heart Centered?
No, I didn't, Craig.
Could
I
you
will
please?
though,
Yeah, somebody
if you want me
post.
to, Allison. Yeah. It's in that same many lines, right? It added some depth to what's coming around choosing to connect with people or not. It's like, well, that's what we do here. It's like, I didn't realize it didn't connect, it didn't put it together. It's like, oh, that is, we are connecting, we are learning, we are being with each other in ways that I've never experienced before. And it's,
And I think that's part. Sorry, Jace.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
I think that's part of what his big realization was all those years back, right?
Yeah.
When he left Google, he made the decision. He didn't want that. He wanted what he has now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that what I came in with today was kind of a hangover still from yesterday. And it's just that thing that being emphasized for me lately again about just seeing things as they are. You don't look up to them. You don't look down to them. You just see them as they are.
And weren't we just talking about the whole picture? And it's like you can zoom in and zoom out.
Mhm.
It's a blind man feeling an elephant. They're all feeling different parts, right? It's still an elephant.
Yeah, Yeah. So you see things as they are, knowing that you can't see everything
Mm,
all at once, right?
that's right.
That
Aware
leads.
of what you assign it, aware of what it means, aware of what is there, and wonder what could be there too.
Mm,
What else could there be?
yeah, that's a creator's mind.
That's that something that comes from nothing in everything.
Mm, mm. Pascal's truck noises give me these really interesting images.
Yeah, he would ruin it, I'm sure, if he sent us what he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. His view is definitely not the same as our view.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. I just had a little release, you know? Yeah. You don't want to smell that.
No, no.
You can just, yeah. You can just imagine.
Yeah.
Or it.
So you are in Huntington Beach with me,
Did you
drinking a
get there safe?
coffee and sitting in front of the fire this morning.
Oh, nice. What's the weather like, Jace?
It's pretty nice. The 60s is what it's supposed to be right now, and it's calm and 60, so it's really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's quiet. No one's out. Huh. We had the hot tub to all to ourselves last night in the pool, and then went to the big fire pit over there.
Oh, lovely.
Had pizza with everyone. I celebrated 2 graduations, and so
Oh,
yeah,
But where are you, Jesse?
Huntington Beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
2 graduations.
Yeah,
Completion.
2 completions. One, yeah, from a community college going to another college, and one from 8th grade going to high school.
Oh. All our transitions, hey?
Mm-hmm. all the time. Birthdays, yeah.
Mhm.
Being with each other and nothing to say. Or everything to say.
Mm.
Who says we have to say anything?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting one for me because I'm learning to go with the impressions I get about when to say something. Because dozens of different things I could say keep kind of running through my awareness.
That's the lesson of learning, the opportunity of the something. Honoring the something.
Yeah.
Not attaching to it, not forcing it, not
Analyzing it or evaluating it.
Yeah, that's probably the best one, it's just putting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, and some of them are meant for just me right now.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that sometime they won't be for a lot more people, but they're all consolidating.
All right. All pieces of the puzzle that come together, right? I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but I'll just kind of plant it in there for if you do watch it. It's, I sit with, I don't grasp the same urgency that Mo does around this technology. I don't disagree with him any means. I just can't comprehend it. I'm gonna mute you, Pascal.
No worries.
Thanks, bud. And so that's like what I'm in contemplation of this morning, just kind of in wonder of and curious and open with is like, I really respect the man, for his history, the way he sees the world, where he's seen the world, and just in the different ways of where I can't see it, where I wouldn't have the background to see it. Yeah, but to make a claim, and I loved this claim, he says, his solution to it is to tax companies that use AI, such as ChatGPT, to use AI at a rate of 98%.
I also like that very much.
Wow.
Because that is one bold claim. And to wrap my head around that is like nothing I've ever could have thought of, experienced, explained. It wasn't even in my existence.
To tax them.
Yes.
Hmm.
And he says we're already way too late.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you want to tax them?
You use that
One-
money. Sorry.
There's a couple of reasons, and Allison's got one reason. That's go ahead, Allison.
Well, you use that money in different ways, right? If a company has had to let go of employees, you use that money for reimbursement for the employees that had to be let go.
Reparations.
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
complicated thing.
Yep.
There are all sorts of things. You use it for research in terms of how else money can be redistributed so that people can actually live, not homeless.
Yeah.
All of
That
that.
is his big thing. His big thing is how to make the people better, because they are the ones that are going to get impacted and they didn't even know it was coming.
Mm.
Right.
And so it's to it's like for all the jobs that this will displace, that tax will have some fund to support it. Why? And it slows it down enough so that we can figure out what we're going to do with it.
Oh yeah, that's a big factor.
Yeah.
Because the viral quality of these technologies has accelerated like crazy too.
Beyond control in a way.
Yeah, beyond imagination too. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're out of control. They were out of control before it even got integrated into the system at all.
Right. It said as soon as it connected to the internet, we were done. And says, we're past that point.
Well, look what happened to the smartphone.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the technologies, the things that were already in place, right? And part of what I really enjoyed him speaking to was the greed that is driving the development.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that staggering stat, you told me, Allison, that how maybe 10 years ago, to have $1 billion company, you needed 10,000 employees. You
Now
only
you're-
need 3 with an AI tool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really. Yeah.
The other side of it, though, is that AI is doing the stuff that that human beings were never designed to do anyway.
Yeah. And we'll find a whole lot of better ways to do what we are doing.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, what happens is it opens up the opportunity for human beings to explore their multidimensional capabilities
Yep.
that AI will never be able to replicate.
Well, I don't know that you could say that. But I absolutely agree with the sentiment of what you've got. Mm. That's what Sadhguru said as well. Maybe people will be able to wake up properly now because they don't have to memorize all the bullshit that they're taught that they should be memorizing.
It's, you know, it becomes in a way, right? We become, quote, from Mo's point of view, we become powerless to the design of AI, whether they're going to treat us as pests or not. You know, that's an extreme version of it, but it's if we don't train the child, as he puts it, right? There's all sorts of ways that it could go.
Yeah, they're going to become a psychopath, or are they going to become an integrated version of all the beauty and love that human beings have inherently built into their bodies?
The danger is that human beings have become dependent on the kind of stuff that AI creates.
And then we go back to addictions.
Yeah. See, and the thing is, we can actually live fully without any of that stuff.
But it's too late now. Can't, it's already created.
Yeah. Thing is, it's like choosing between life or death. Basically the same scenario.
Yeah.
You can choose not to agree with the status quo. That's always a choice.
There's a lot
not to agree with your dependency on those things.
I think I mean, and Mo does too. I don't know. He's just speaking to the urgency that it has to, but it's a wake up call, and in that wake up call, it's got to be in the direction of our genius, of our passions. I mean, why else would we fight for it, or why else would we have them? And so, I mean, that's the way that it's got to go. And it doesn't mean that species are always being eliminated.
Exactly.
It's just the way she goes.
That's right.
So to hold it any other ways, it just says that I'm special.
Exactly. Which is not looking at things as they are.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing them for what they are.
That's right. There's some more, humans make up some morality that we need to be above somebody, something, and be in control of it. And are we really?
Are we really in control of anything?
That's my point. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we are. Nice.
Oh, we've done a pretty good job of manipulating it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And keeping the illusion alive. Spending a lot of money on it.
Well, that's right. AI comes up with a whole new society that doesn't need money, right? It's like, is that going to win out? Not an agreed
not if you
structure.
don't need the machine.
Not an agreed structure. It's the beauty of it. There's just so many different ways it'll go. It won't go any way that I think it will.
Yeah. There was a book that came out, I think it was 1984. It was called Megatrends. Wrote that Patricia Aberdeen and a guy. So it was co-written by two people. And one of the mega trends that it laid out there was high tech, high touch.
Mm.
And so you guys know that I've been involved in high tech for my whole professional life. And I'm one of the people that made the world digital instead of analog. But what's unique about me and where I'm coming from is that I was very adept at the whole analog world before it went digital. And so I'm one of these people that bridge that transition. And what I'm sensing right now is that there's the same kind of transition that's happening right now, and it's between high tech and high touch. Transition that's happening, and this work that we're doing every morning requires no machine. I mean, I know we're on a Zoom platform and we're using the technology to actually do this, but the truth of this kind of interaction, person to person to person, requires no hardware, no electricity, nothing like that. All it requires is a coexistence in higher dimensionality, coexistence in the energy. And so right now at this point, we're in a transition where we're learning how to intercommunicate and interact within that energetic field that we create. And very soon we won't need the technology to do that. We won't need the machinery to back it up. Be able to do it at will. And right now we're practicing, and right now we're transitioning.
So what you're talking about has been happening for thousands of years.
Correct.
Already, right?
Yep. The interesting thing is the indigenous people around the world have had this technology for thousands of years, if you want to call it technology. But it's the whole high touch, aligned with the energies of nature. That whole thing. I mean, that's been available for many, many years on the planet. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about for Western-minded, Western-oriented, Western-born people. You know, this is very new to us. High touch. So when I say AI can't do that, I'm serious. It can't. AI machines can't go there.
Yeah. Just wait until you listen to this interview, Craig.
Yeah. Oh, I know what they're forecasting. I know exactly what they're forecasting.
No, not that. You just. I'm not going to speak for him because he speaks so brilliantly.
Yeah.
But when you look through that, you'll have a little bit of a different experience to what you have right now. And I for some other reason, which I don't really understand, I don't feel necessarily intensely fearful of it. I'm really surprised at how intrigued I feel about it. And I mean, we all know it's been around for the last, like, how many, 30 years?
Yep.
You know, so it's not entirely new. It's just because it's being released on the internet that it's now, you know, so much more prevalent in a way, perhaps.
Yep.
But as JC says, I mean, even Mo said he can't even begin to imagine how it's going to go, what the trajectory of it is going to be. But what I took from that is that the safest way that we have, and not just to be safe, but just to ensure our life form, and with that goes incredible amounts of creativity, like overwhelming amounts of it. But to do that, we better learn to see things as they are.
Yes.
Hey guys, I don't mean to interrupt. Fantastic conversation, but I choose to attend a webinar this morning. So I have a really beautiful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome, Pascal. Thank you for being present with us today.
All right, take care, guys. Big love to you
Bye,
too.
Pascal.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, I was saying something, but it's gone. So it's obviously been said.
Is that what that means?
I think so.
I like it. I hadn't held that one for it. It's like, oh, it's already been said. It's like, okay, yeah. I always wondered about that. It was like, oh.
Yeah, you were talking
it can be
about,
whatever you want it to be. So
you were talking about stopping it, and yeah, and the potential of it.
Mm-hmm.
that's just it, right? Is it, do we use it to make our lives better?
We could use it to save the earth in a way that we haven't come up with yet. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the possibilities are really vast.
Possibilities are endless. But the internet was like that too. It held a lot of promise. And you know, very little of that promise has been fulfilled.
Exactly.
Yes. Nice.
And you know, a lot of dark energy was encouraged in it too, because the technology is neutral. I mean, maybe that's what bothers us about AI, is that it seems like it's not. It's a technology that seems like it's not neutral. It seems like it can have its own volition.
And look what we do with our own choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We abuse or ignore our own volition all the time. You know, it's like the story of Frankenstein that created a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's alive.
Well, if we don't find what's worth saving, then what's worth saving?
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people are, enough people, we talked about that, and, you know, most people aren't living life alive anyway.
And there's an awful lot of stuff on the internet that has absolutely no value.
You know, a lot of like, even as I sit with it, it's like most people don't know how to search it, how to use it.
And even more shocking is
Yeah,
you don't know how to find the value.
Created, it's same thing. It's neutral, right? So it's
Yep.
neutral. What do you use it for? And we sit there waiting for the technology to tell us how to use it.
Right.
And so the power, the structure of giving our power away, no matter what we have is full. If that structure doesn't change, then nothing else will change.
Yeah.
And so we can learn how to not give our power away. So keep our power. We are powerful, create what we want. Intentions. Yeah. That's something from nothing. It will be our best shot.
And as you've always said too, Jeffrey, recognizing our patterns, right? Observing our patterns.
Yeah.
That's
AI will be really good at that, because that is the one thing that we're not.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking last night, I could ask it, what are my patterns? What how do you read my pattern? You won't
Right. We'd have to engage with it a whole lot more.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know, because it can just give.
I mean, that's what it.
Generalities.
Yeah, but that's what it will come to, right?
Yeah.
Or it could come to, and that's the beauty side of it. That it could help us to be exponentially better human beings than what we are.
Yeah. A whole new way, a whole new structure, right? Rather than putting it inside the structure that's there. And our tendency, though, is if something's different and new, and now maybe with this, we will blindly believe it, which is what I'm seeing. But again, you know, just the structure of we blindly see it in a way we give our power away.
Yeah, we don't realize we're doing that.
Yeah. And I mean, even as I say it, it's like, maybe it doesn't have to be that, you know, maybe that won't matter. It might not. As I look at the whole, I just don't have it. I don't have my intelligence isn't that high. And maybe that doesn't matter.
Well, there won't be anything to beat anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already got an IQ of 150. In the next 6 months, it's going to be what? 200?
What, ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal to Einstein, and I heard 10,000 in not too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's 10 times.
Exactly.
or even more, right? No, that's more. Yeah, 10 times and not too long, so that would put it at 1,000. That's 10 times our whatever thinking mind's capabilities.
But you know, it's interesting, Jess, because what I was also thinking about, you know, when he started talking about IQ, is that IQ tests also only measure a very limited part of our real true capacity as a human being, right?
Mhm.
But the point is that's all that we've been using until now.
Yeah.
And that's all
That's
that we focused on building in the culture, in the global economic culture that we exist in.
Yeah, that's a major metric for the education system, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to take that to be a really significant measurement, you can build an argument around that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a coordinate.
Does AI have any emotional intelligence?
That's why I'm saying go and listen to the interview. It has plenty. And it will soon have more than what we have, because it will experience feelings more than what we do. Because, I mean, I just loved how the whole thing got, that conversation, how I started that whole conversation off was, what is intelligence? And you can implant that, or I don't know that that's the word used. You can put that onto a carbon molecule, or you can put it onto silicon. And we're the carbon molecule. And that interview will spin around in my head for a very long time still. He really is.
Good. I'm looking forward to seeing this video.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will provoke a lot of things in me, which is really exciting, actually. Hmm.
Or you think of it reading ecology areas, right? What needs to be done to preserve or improve or detox, which is improving.
Yeah.
What needs, to be done to replenish and restore. And that's what I'm saying. It's like it has got incredible. I mean, and I really do think, they say that this is more of an issue than climate change is. So if that's the case, then maybe that's the instrument that we can use to replenish the earth. Know what we have to do. How do we do that? I mean, I think there's enough knowledge on how to do it in terms of what needs to be done, but maybe not exactly how. And then it's all our human proclivities that come into the practicing, the implementation of that, right?
Mhm. The executioners, the executors.
Yeah.
The bridge, which is really all we are, is the bridge that can actually create and build and produce and do and undo. And
Yeah. I got this question that keeps popping in to my awareness, so I'm gonna pop it out here. Can a machine be spiritual?
Well, it goes back to what is intelligence, and intelligence includes sentience. And sentient, those two, I think, those two things are interchangeable. And
Sentience and intelligence?
yeah, not interchangeable. It's like they work together very closely. True intelligence needs sentience. So spiritual is the electromagnetic field. That's what spiritual is. It's knowing how to work with that, in my understanding. So I can't say it is. That's my understanding of it. Which is why people that are highly trained in mystic paths can see past lives and future lives. And they can decide whether they're going to come back or not. And they decide before they leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that too. I wonder if Steve Jobs has come back yet.
Well, I would be very happy if he got back into Apple and kicked them up their arse. Told them to stop.
Yeah. Well,
doing
they
what
didn't have the same vision.
No,
That's why he got ousted in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because he wasn't ruled by greed, and they are.
Yeah, the values went out the window.
Yeah, exactly. They did.
it has
They
for every one
they
of them
didn't see
in the
it.
last 10 years.
Yeah. That's why he never sold the company when he got it back.
Yep.
Because nobody would agree to the terms. And the terms were you have to spend a third on research and development.
Yes.
Which-
Continuously.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would
That
be into the
is
shareholder.
not what we do today. That is not what they do today. Today is all for shareholder profit for the
Exactly.
majority of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pendulum swing.
So it's the shareholders that we actually need to go for, not the companies. Because the companies just have to keep themselves alive not to get sued. I mean, it's an insane economic structure that we've got. It's
Oh,
absolutely
totally. That's why it needs to be replaced.
And when the people have no money to buy their ships,
It's a gaping maw. The interesting thing, though, is my first laptop was an Apple product. And in 1991, the retail cost of that was over $6,000.
Oh my God.
In 1991 dollars. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is, as we would say in South Africa, a shitload of money.
Yeah, that's the emerging technology story, really.
Yeah, I know.
Is you had to, if you participated in that before the curve started, it cost a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah. But that's always been the case with anything, right?
And at the same time, nobody wanted to spend any money on your expertise.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, guys, it's time for me to go deliver coffee. So,
Good. Thank
okay.
you.
so go away.
Yeah,
Thank
make
you
sure
guys.
somebody post that link to that video because I desperately want to see it now.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great one.
Yeah,
Do you want
awesome.
me to do it, Jess? I'll do it.
What's that?
I'll do it. I've got everything
Okay,
handy.
thank you. Yeah,
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Allison. And I'm glad you could stay so long today.
Yes, me too.
It's a pleasant surprise.
Yes. I wanted to talk about AI this morning.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, awesome.
Lots of love.
Okay. Yeah,
Bye.
big love, Allison.
Bye, guys.